Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of James Bond Bitcoin Live 0050. So I can't believe I made it to 50 episodes here. Anyways, hashtag drift away. And so if you know this song, I have some information about it below in the notes section if you want. Original songwriter was Mentor Williams. I have a link in the notes section if you want to read about it. No picture, no nothing. Not much is said about Mentor Williams, although he wrote the song Drift Away. Um, Apparently, the most famous, probably the first famous person to get famous from this song was Dobie Gray. This is a quote from Dobie Gray. Dobie Gray. That is, "Gimme the beat, boys, and free my soul. I want to get lost in the rock and roll and drift away." If you want to hear him sing, I got that in the note section as well, so you can read it or listen to that version of the song. I also have some information about Dobie Gray, and Dobie Gray was not his first name. Original first name. Actually passed away a couple years ago. So both Mentor Williams and Dobie Gray passed away. I have a link for Dobie Gray "Drift Away" song if you're in that mood. I don't know why. I just had I was just compelled to just you know make a live stream about Drift Away for some reason, and I just wanted to hear that song for some reason, and so I share it with you today. Also, in the notes section, I have the most recent singer who sang "Drift Away," and it's "Drift Away" by Uncle Kracker. That's a new one for me. Anyway, that's all in the notes section. Of course, you see the meme here, or I don't know if it's much of a meme, more of a maybe propaganda. Who knows? It doesn't have to make sense. It's whatever you want. But it's a hashtag yes to X, as you see right here. And so um, the reason I kind of, you know, my I just had a compulsion to put that in to this episode, and as I was doing research on Drift Away, uh, I learned that it's not a very new song. It's a very old song, of course, if you've been around. But not only that, but uh, it's been sung many, 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 many times by different people. And so when an old song gets sung by a new person, I guess you could say it's being played to an audience. And Bitcoin can be that way as well. The idea of a distributed ledger, it's not a new concept. Um, Blockchains, kind of a new word, but it's this idea has kind of been around for a while. I have to wonder what makes Bitcoin so special. What makes Bitcoin Bitcoin? Proof of work, 21 million coins, divisible by up to 100 million. Uh, what makes it so special? And I have to ask myself that, and I recommend you do the same. What makes Bitcoin so special? If you all know or you think you know, please leave a comment in the notes section or leave a comment after the show and let me know what makes Bitcoin so special. I mean, I've heard it solves the Byzantine generals problem, but it does it? And in what way? I mean, it seems for me that to let everybody know what you're going to do and then hashtag it or put a hash function into it or uh, make it cryptographic, does that really solve the Byzantine's general problem? I guess it does, because if you have the key and you'll have the right private key anyway, you'll know that the message is true or false. But other than that, what does make it special? And I have to think about it for a long time. I'm not even sure how special it really is. I mean, other than I have some, it's worth some money. What makes Bitcoin so special? I've heard all the arguments, but does any of those arguments make any sense? I don't know. I'm going to have to probably look into that a little bit more to get an answer for myself. So far, I've been told that it's the proof of work and that there's 21 million. It's cryptographic. You own the private key, so you control it. But what does that really mean? I'm not too sure anymore. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is I think Bitcoin itself is being used by certain actors in the community, and whatever narrative or play they want to put into it, I have to wonder, like, how much of it is real and how much of it's fake? How much of it is, you know, being sold to, and how much of it's really a real use case here? So far, the only thing I've used Bitcoin for is literally to sell to someone, which sometimes I think is a greater fool, but at the same time, I don't think so because it's the same group of people using it over and over and over again. So I think there's an actual use case. But as for new people coming in, I wonder what they're using it for. I mean, I see the price go up and the price go down. Um, well, I've seen a price go up and go down and then go up again. And I'm really anticipating for the price to also go down again because I just think that that's just the way the game is played. And if you know how to play the game, you know how to get more Bitcoin. But at the end of the day, what does it really mean? You get more Bitcoin. I was asked that, um, and my answer was, I think Bitcoin is really used to just steal from another person. If you have Bitcoin and you can trick that person into giving you a Bitcoin, then you have more Bitcoin than that other person and than everyone else. And I think the whole game or the end game is literally to have more Bitcoin than anybody else, to have the most Bitcoin if possible. And so it's more of keeping score who has the most Bitcoin. And as more people come along, it kind of dilutes it a little bit. But at the end of the day, your ultimate goal is really to get more Bitcoin. So is it a game? Is it a competition? Sometimes I think it is. And the whole point of it is to get more Bitcoin from other people or mine it or some other thing where it makes no sense. At the end of the day, when I really think about it, what is really Bitcoin really good for? So far, I've used it to make money and to make Bitcoin. Other people have used altcoins to make Bitcoin. But other than that, what is it good for? I don't know. But if you all know, please leave a comment. I'd like to hear your thoughts of what Bitcoin is good for. Because so far, I've been around since 2013. I've heard all the arguments for it. I have not seen anything come to yet. Merchants have adopted it. I've used it to buy some stuff, but why would you buy this? Or why would you use your Bitcoin to buy this stuff that you're whatever you're going to buy when the chances of the price going up is so great, you would never really use your Bitcoin. So, anyways, my 10 minutes are up, and I guess I guess I'll wait for the next meme to come, which would be tomorrow. I think tomorrow I'm having my uh, we'll have our bi-weekly with Brian. Hopefully he'll be available, and we'll do another show together. Anyways, this concludes this episode. Feel free to like, dislike, leave a comment, or even do a video response. Until next time, stay tuned. Bye.